Right. Hold on a second here. Give me a little bit of a few minutes. And actually I was about to come in here and self-train around like 10 or 9. But, you know, some people have to act like a bitch and has to delay me. Talk about like, you're gonna leave me? Fucking hell. I'm sorry about that attitude. It's just, you know, I'm really getting impatient, but at the same time patient. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't get the result that I want, I don't get discouraged. I think that is me showing my patience, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to waste any more time for this. But yeah, like I said, you know, I don't know, man, if this is the level that I should, like the level of obsession that I should have. I think I still don't have enough obsession. Hold on a second, I just ate and I feel like I have some hot in my teeth. Yep. Yeah, because apparently I was doing some research about some professional fighters that are on a different level, and like the world champion level. We're talking about world champion level. And it looks like the way they train, they're actually about being obsessed with their thing, like being obsessed on really becoming the best. And I really wanted to adapt that mindset, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's just the level of obsession is not enough. I think I need to be more obsessed. Actually, it helped me in my lifestyle. I used to sleep a lot, and because I have this belief that you're gonna have like a longer lifespan if you have enough sleep. But you know, since we're in our 20s, we don't want to really waste the potential that we have. That's what I think right now. And because I adopted this obsessed mindset, I don't think I'm obsessed enough. I'm just a little obsessed, is what I think. But yeah, since I try to be more obsessed with my craft, it seems like it helped me wake up earlier, faster. Because actually, last night, I slept around like 2 a.m. and earlier I woke up like around 8, so 6 hours of sleep. And actually I didn't felt anything like a, you know, like when you feel like you don't have enough sleep and you feel like you have no energy. I didn't feel anything like that. It felt okay. And I've been feeling this way since the past weeks. Since I've started getting more like obsessed on my thing. Anyway, if it is your first time, my name is Leonard. I'm vlogging my combat sport journey, and I'm currently on my Kyokushin Karate trainings. If you are into combat sport, if you are into martial arts, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and you could comment down below anything you want to say, or if you have any advice as well, you could also give me some. Leave them in the comments down below. I'm making sure that I am reading all those, and sometimes I just don't have the time to reply on you because, you know, I'm really quite busy outside of Kyokushin. Actually, whenever I have like time to do the training, I do it actually right away. But you know, I feel like, you know, living like outside, having a living, kind of makes you feel like, you know, you're not really investing more time into this. Because I actually saw one comment that a guy said that I look natural. He said like I had a natural talent. And hold on, it's quite noisy. Yeah, in the sparring, I can see that having a really fast twitch muscles on your striking is really effective. Like, it doesn't matter if you try to like do a light spar. When you do a light spar, even if you are not trying your best to, you know, kick fast, kick hard, punch hard, if you have a natural fast twitch muscles on those certain movements, even if you do it light, you're gonna have a better positioning, you're gonna have a better delivery of your kicks. Like, you'll be able to properly position yourself and all that stuff, set up the kicks, even though it can get like blocked because you're slowing it, but it lands perfectly the way you want to. Like, they could only block it like millisecond before it hit, you know. And what if you do it in a real fight, where you are going to use all your speed, and that'll be perfect. And actually, like I said in the comments, someone said that I have a natural talent, and while it does felt like a really sweet sound of compliment to me, it actually, the first time I read it, it made me like giggle a little bit. And yeah, it gave a smile on my face. Oh my god, the noise are really unreal, because we're actually just on the side of the road. This part is only on the side of the road, that's why it's really noisy. Give me a second. Yep, we're good. Yeah, like I mentioned, well, it's really complimenting and sounds really sweet to me. I think it's really not natural, because actually I've been doing this for a very long time, and I have sacrificed a lot of things. Not much more of a sacrifice, because a lot of people really put power into that word sacrifice, but it is kind of like a sacrifice thing. It's like a trade of time. Like, I have a lifestyle outside of this, and I trade those time into, you know, perfecting the techniques, all that stuff. That's why sometimes when you see me do something, so I think I'm getting better at it, but not enough. Sometimes it looks really cool to your eyes, and you're gonna say that I have a natural talent to things. Actually, it's not. I really throw thousands of punch and kicks already for it to get to this level. And yeah, even if it's like day 57, day 58 Kyokushin Karate, even if it's like that, on the time that I had for free, I use most of those time to really throw. Like, I look like a fucking weird nerd that has his, you know, in his own world. Because one of the fucking Karen in our neighborhood even said that, you know, well, he does looks good. This boy looks good, but he looked like some weird person that is in his own little world. Well, yeah, I mean, why would I wanna try to socialize with people that are not going to try to be excellent with their life and wanted to spend all their life trying to stare at people, fucking stay outside and do nothing, drink whenever there's occasion, and sometimes just drinks almost out every day, a lot of beers and all that stuff. And I love beverage, I love beer, I love whiskey, I love gin, I love all those stuff. But you know, you're gonna do it every day of your entire life, and it's not even like a sip of one bottle. It's a whole fucking bottle of, like, sometimes gin, sometimes whiskey, brandy, rum, all that stuff, and they just empty the bottle all night, and they do it almost every day. It's when you look at the lifestyle like that, and you grow older, and you don't have anything that, you know, you are proud of, and you're full of regrets, and all you do is talk shit about other people and just observe them because you have a lot of time apparently to like mind other people's business. It just sucks to socialize to those kind of people. Yeah, so yeah, I would rather look weird and look like I am in my little world trying to perfect my craft in here. And I'm also, sometimes I wanted to like really apologize to my friends and my peers because I tend to like ignore them these days, and because I'm really working on this Kyokushin thing, and in the future I will also planning on transitioning to like kickboxing when I get really really good, because well, if there's a Kyokushin Karate tournament that pays a lot of money, well, I would stay in Kyokushin, but you know, you have to make a living as well, this kind of thing. But martial art, as a martial artist, I am Kyokushin martial artist, you know. And yeah, anyway, today is I think day 58 of Kyokushin Karate training, and it's Holy Week as well. It's really awesome to know that, you know, you are working while they are believing in their own superstition that you're not allowed to do any activity. When you know what, if you're really like gonna argue with me, sometimes I tell those people that if you really wanna argue with me and say that, you know, those superstitions are legit, let's find out this week, this Holy Week. I'm gonna go like I'm gonna use the self-training as my meditation, fasting, penitence, and let's see if I'm really gonna have like something bad that's gonna happen to me. Because what's worse gonna happen? I don't know. A lot of people really overthink that, you know. Sometimes it's not even a superstition anymore. It's just excuse for their life, just because they want to lay around and not do anything with their life. When I had my 9-to-5 job before I decided to take on the path of combat sport, before I do this social media stuff, I don't really take days off. The only days off that I have is the days off that was given to me, and those days off I try to think about making contents, or I go for a run, I go for calisthenics, lots of, running and figuring out what am I gonna do with my life. And a lot of people know me, I don't really have a life aside from exercising, doing all that stuff, because I really want to have like a future that is I'm gonna be proud of, and my ancestors will be proud of. And it's hard because I started in a really poor neighborhood, poor country, and it's hard because it's internalized in you, this poverty thing. It's not even about money, it's about poverty thing that has been internalized in you, that is really hard. It's like a habit that it's hard to remove, is what's happening. Anyway, let's quit yapping. And today I'm still gonna work on my head kicks. Well, I think for this whole Holy Week I'm going to spam my head kicks so that when we started training again, we would have a better finisher when it comes to during sparring and all that stuff. But in any sparring that I do, actually, I don't really try my very best to hit them hard. I just try my best to okay, how am I gonna really make myself really hard, and how am I gonna apply the techniques that I've learned. And actually I am doing pretty good. I'm not landing my kicks hard and fast. I don't really do it. I did it one time and it worked, and since it did work, I'm good with that. And I don't really want to hurt my sparring partner, because I hurt my sparring partner one time and he didn't attend for a week, and I don't want to do that anymore. Anyway, you mentioned about the Muay Thai, right? Yeah, I've inquired, and they're not really giving me how much the exact amount of per session, but they said that they have a branch here around near me, just a few kilometers away. Actually, it's not, it's more than 10-15 kilometers away. But you know what, I'll just save some money. Today's really tough times outside of Kyokushin. I don't really have a lot of money with me. Well, previously I have, but yeah, I think we're gonna get at the end of the tunnel of this thing. Yeah, I'm hopeful, and if there's still gonna be worse than the situation that I have currently, then I'm just gonna focus more on Kyokushin and really try to risk it, because I have a promoter that I know, but he's more of a kickboxing, that I know will sponsor me if I could just convince him that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get in there. I have that kind of guy, and if we could convince them to sponsor us into fights, then I guess we're gonna transition early into kickboxing. But for now, we're taking our time to sharpening our knives before we go out there in the world and do some pro stuff. And actually, I watched some bouts their kickboxing fights. I feel like I can, like seeing it right now. I feel like I really can do it. Like I can manage getting hit with those kicks. Maybe because I got kicked a lot of times that I got used to it. Plus they got like huge boxing gloves, and I have experienced getting hit by a boxing gloves. When there's a boxing gloves, it really doesn't hurt much, but it does really affect your brain negatively. So yeah, I think just a little bit more effort, a little bit more improvement, I feel like I can get to the level of those kickboxers now. But you know, well we are still not in the storm. I'm gonna prepare for the storm itself by becoming the best that I can be. You know, best version of a fighter that I can be. Plus, you know, we still have a path in here in Kyokushin. We have a really safe path of Kyokushin Karate tournaments. And I know those Kyokushin Karate fighters, compared to the kickboxer that I've watched, I feel like they really have a different like level. Because a lot of people on the internet says that Muay Thai is good, which is, Muay Thai is good. It's just Kyokushin Karate isn't much promoted that much, and you don't see the level of how they are moving. And I can see that fundamentally, like being hard and hitting fast and hard, I think Kyokushin Karate people that does tournament are pretty good. Like if you're gonna make them transition into kickboxing, they're gonna do pretty well as well. Anyway, I'm gonna have to start doing my videos. I feel like we are being more talkative nowadays. I just want to start because it's already like almost 1 p.m. and we only have like until 5 p.m. so it's only like 5 hours of us doing this, because we don't have very, you know, the phone battery that we have is very limited, so I'm gonna have to start doing the work now. Anyway, if I can't do any like filming where I get to like talk, I'm just gonna put my drills, some of my drills that I was able to film later today on this video, and then I'm just gonna see you guys on the next Kyokushin Karate training. Enjoy the video. Peace out.